Yeah, let's start in this session as a part of Master Snowflake with DBT. We are going to discuss we are going to discuss Master Snowflake with DBT introduction. In this, first we are going to start with what is Snowflake and what is DBT. What we are going to do with Snowflake with DBT. Okay. So first important point, Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing platform. Cloud-based data warehousing platform. It currently supporting three clouds. One is AWS, Azure, and GCP. It separates both storage and compute resources. Coming to DBT, DBT full form is data build tool. It is specialized into pure transformations. Except transformations, it cannot do any other activity. Okay, let's see what we are going to do with Snowflake with DBT. First, let's start understanding Tim. Snowflake with DBT. Let's discuss diagrammatically. Let's say we have different sources. We have different sources. Different sources like file systems, file systems like CSV, JSON, XML, Parquet, etc. Okay. Second one, uh, any RDBMS, any RDBMS like MySQL, Oracle, etc. or any uh, data warehouse, data warehouse like like uh, Redshift, etc. Any cloud file systems, any cloud file systems like like AWS S3, Azure Blob, etc. Any any big data like like Hadoop, Hadoop or Hive, etc. Any storages, any storage. Okay. So we may have any type of storage. So first we ingest this data into Snowflake data warehouse environment. So first one, we ingest this data into Snowflake data warehouse environment. Let's say raw layer, raw layer. So here data ingestion purpose, data ingestion purpose, we use different Snowflake techniques. We use different Snowflake techniques. Let me show you. We have different Snowflake techniques too. So like we use stages concepts. We load external data into Snowflake concept. We use Snowflake to ingest continuous streaming data into Snowflake environment. We have different concepts. We use these concepts to ingest data from different sources to Snowflake, Snowflake raw layer, raw layer. So we ingest the data into raw layer. And once the data is presented into raw layer, then we write DBT scripts. Yeah. So I'm saying using Snowflake techniques. Using Snowflake techniques, we can connect different sources and ingest the data. Yeah. So here, Snowflake techniques we are using to connect. We are connecting using different Snowflake techniques and connecting sources, then ingest the data. Once data ingested successfully, we are going to write DBT scripts. We are going to write different DBT scripts on top of this raw data, on top of this raw data. And then finally, we transform the data and we load the transformed data into this location. We load this transformed data into final target or transformer layer. Target layer or transformer layer. So first we connect different sources using different Snowflake techniques. We connect with different sources using different Snowflake techniques like copy from external data to Snowflake warehouse environment, and we we load local file system data using SnowSQL, and we load different sources by using different connectors using different Snowflake techniques. As a Snowflake developer, we perform this activity. This is one way. 1 minute. Okay. So let me take this one way. Let me explain another way. Another approach to ingest data into a Snowflake data warehouse environment today. Other important way to second approach. So most of projects in this way team. Let me explain. So there is data ingestion team. There is a data ingestion team. What this data ingestion team going to do is they're going to connect with different data sources. Data ingestion team. So data ingestion, they may use different technologies like Python, and PySpark. They may use Glue, AWS Glue, and different approaches, different techniques. They may use different technologies. What these people going to do is they are going to connect with different data sources. They are going to connect with different data sources. And then they are going to load the data into data lake environment. They are going to load the data into data lake environment. Let's say data lake. So most popular data lake technologies are AWS S3 or Azure Blob or GCP Cloud Storage. So once they connect data ingestion team, connect with the different sources, these people going to load the data into these people going to load the data into data lake environment. Data lake environment. So, so these people going to load the data into data lake environment. Then once data is presented in data lake, we use copy or external taste or different Snowflake techniques. Different Snowflake techniques. We use different Snowflake techniques to connect this data lakes to connect with this data lakes. So to connect with this data lakes, and then loads the data into raw layer team. Loads the data into raw layer. And once data is loaded into raw layer, then we write a DBT scripts to apply different transformations on this data. And finally, we load the data into transformer layer. So as a Snowflake developer, we will connect the different data lake environments. It may be AWS S3, it may be Azure Blob, it may be GCP storage. We connect those sources. For us, for Snowflake developer, those are sources. So data ingestion team already connected different sources and loaded the data into history of data into these data lake environment. Any one of these data lake environment. Who are working programmatic programming implementation, they may go this approach. So I mostly worked on this approach. Yeah, go ahead. It's organization specific, and I am data engineer. I am data engineer. You are Snowflake developer. You are Snowflake developer. Pure Snowflake developer here. You are acting as a pure Snowflake developer. I am as a data engineer. I may use AWS data engineering. I may use Azure data engineering. I may use GCP data engineering. Then I implement this one and store the data into this layer. For client, whatever is expecting same format, you are going to expose the data to him. Here your comes into picture. This is one case I explained. Second case also I explain. Second case also I explain. Here, someone working as a programmer, maybe Java, maybe Python, maybe .NET. Example, let's say supermarket application. They are taking data from their farms. They are directly writing the data into Snowflake environment. Instead of RDBMS, instead of cloud file systems, they are writing their data into Snowflake environment. Then here we work as both Snowflake and DBT developer, and then we expose the data to our downstreams. I also explained one more approach, this approach. We have data already into different sources, acting as a Snowflake developer, acting as a Snowflake developer and DBT developer. So we are responsible to connect different sources. We are responsible to connect different sources and we load the data. Then we write transformation scripts. All these are running models only. But most of the models, we see this first approach, and this kind of second approach. I worked second approach. I worked this third approach. Because I am acting as a data engineer, I do not, currently I'm working as complete data specialization. So I got a chance to work on these kind of approaches, three approaches. But who maybe having programmatic knowledge, they may use, they're using JDBC or ODBC, they are directly writing into a Snowflake environment. Instead of writing data into RDBMS, they are using Snowflake to write their business data.